Good morning, students of class 9. Welcome back to the classes now. We are doing economics. Welcome back to the class now. Today's date is 13th of July 2021. We are doing poverty as a challenge. The question answer has been provided. Now, many dimensions of poverty. Dimension means phases. There are many phases of poverty. What are they? Let's talk about. Poverty has many phases, and there are altogether 5-6 points are there. So number one, poverty means, what is the meaning of poverty? Poverty means hunger and lack of shelter and lack of necessities, basic necessities of our everyday life. We need a lot of things in order to live. So such as food, shelter, clothes, good health, education, and so on. So poverty means hunger and lack of shelter. Here in number 2, it is also a situation, a condition or a situation in which parents are not able to send their children to school, or a situation in which sick people cannot afford treatment. So they feel hopeless, they feel a sense of hopelessness. So each and every parent wishes, they wish that their children should get good and better education. But the poor parents, they are unable to send their children to school. Instead, they had to work in other areas where they could earn some money and add income to the family. So that's why we can see child laborers all around in most of the dhabas and hotels and garages, and in bus stand, railway stations. We can see children working, try to earn some money for the family. So it is also a situation in which parents are not able to send their children to work or to school, or a situation in which sick people cannot afford treatment because it is very expensive, so they do not have much money for the treatment. So that is poverty. That's a phase of poverty. Dimension of poverty, you can say that. Number 3, poverty also means lack of clean water, sanitation means cleanliness, sanitation facility, lack of regular job. Most of the time they remain unemployed, they do not have regular job at a minimum decent level. Above all, it means living with a sense of hopelessness. So they feel and sense that a kind of hopelessness. They could not do anything because they are poor, and that is another phase of poverty. That is another dimension of poverty. Number 4, poor people are in a situation in which they are ill-treated at almost every place. You can see that poor people are treated, they are ill-treated, mistreated at almost every place, whether it is in a farm or factories or government offices, hospitals, railway station, bus stands, anywhere you go, to the markets, anywhere, the poor people are treated very badly. They are ill-treated at almost every place. So that is another phases of poverty. Number 5, naturally, nobody would like to live in poverty. So nobody would like to live in poverty. So the biggest challenges of India, there are so many challenges, and this poverty is one of the biggest and major challenges of India, and has been to bring millions of its people. In our previous class we have learned about that 260 million people and plus more than that. That's an official record. 260 million plus people are living under poverty. So the biggest challenge of Indian government has been to bring millions of its people out of this poverty. So it's not an easy task, it's a very difficult task to take these people out of this poverty. So now here, number 6, Gandhiji said that India would be truly independent only when the poorest of its people become free of human suffering. These are all called human suffering. Unable to get treatment, unable to send their children to school, unable to have clean drinking water, unable to get a clean environment, as well as unable to get respects in the society. So these are the human sufferings. So Gandhiji said that until and unless these poorest people are free from human suffering, India is not free. So this is the version of Gandhiji. So in our next class we'll talk about poverty as seen by social scientists. So what does the social scientists think about poverty? What are their views? So we'll talk about that in our next class, poverty as seen by social scientists. So that's all for today, and now get ready for your history class. So thank you very much for your watching. Do not miss your classes now. We'll have regular classes from now on.